Hello, my happy quilters. Gosh, it's been a couple weeks.
It has been a couple weeks because you were off at market.
I was at market.
You were at market.
That's right. And then, I don't know, the time just goes by so fast I can't even remember. Well, yeah, I came back to work and then I was way off because I thought it was Monday and it was not Monday, and that got my whole week really screwed up. So, anyways,
and then daylight savings time happens.
I know.
But in the meanwhile, shall we welcome us to our show?
Welcome to the M&J Show, coming to you live here at Pine Needles Quilt and Sew in Rochester, Minnesota. Got some fun things to talk about today. Like, comment, and share, please.
For a chance to win a $10 certificate. We give away 3 every week, right, Marcia?
We do.
2 are drawn from the comment share section. And the third one is for our trivia winner, and we'll talk more about that later. So make sure you stay tuned to get that trivia question.
Right, absolutely. So it is not going to be too very long. I'm loving the weather. It doesn't feel like so cold. I'm loving it.
It was balmy this morning, wasn't it?
I know, it's crazy. But anyways, Thanksgiving is just a skip and a hop away.
It is.
So I thought maybe we should do a turkey joke.
Okay, I'm ready. As long as they're not foul.
All right. Why didn't the turkey...
Oh, sorry.
I haven't even... What? Did you do one? Did she slide one in?
I did.
And I missed it because I was concentrating.
Sorry, you tell
What'd you say?
Never mind. I'll tell you later. Because...
I want to know.
I said as long as it's not foul. But I realized I did actually. You better tell your joke, Marcia. Birds of a feather.
She's stealing my thunder.
I am. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Okay. Why didn't the turkey want dessert?
I don't know, Marcia. Why did the turkey not want dessert?
Because he was stuffed.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And then this one. Why does the turkey hate the kitchen at Thanksgiving?
I don't know why.
Because it smells foul.
I know. So I did.
That's where you saw that. You read that ahead, didn't you?
I know. Honest to goodness, I try not to read the jokes every week because it's more fun if I don't. Because sometimes they don't get it.
Okay, there you have it. We have one more week till Thanksgiving, so
I'll try
you're
not
doomed
to foul
for...
it up. I try not to make a Thanksgiving.
Don't make a foul.
I know, right? Okay, moving on.
All right. Well, I'm sure we have made a couple announcements here and there and on Facebook, but did y'all know that we are more than doubling our size again?
That is so exciting, Marcia.
It is very exciting. So that long diagonal wall that we have here in the store is going to be all taken down, except back here in the classroom area, and we are moving into the entire Party City space. Now, Party City, yay, has been gone from 2020. They haven't
almost
been around.
3 years.
Yeah, so that's kind of been sitting empty. And I don't know, I didn't feel like the expansion would be happening again this soon, but we're really excited that it is. I just kind of decided that, well, with the long arms and everything, we're just getting so packed in here. Believe it or not, it hasn't been quite 2 years. 2 years in March is when we moved in here. And I just decided that the opportunity where it's right next to me, where we just have to knock out a wall that we just put in, is probably not going to come around again for a long time.
Probably not. And out there, you probably don't know that this week we have received not 1, not 2, but 3 semis full of merchandise. And we'll talk more about what came this afternoon later in our program. But that, unfortunately, we don't get a bigger warehouse. But
no,
but that's okay.
The warehouse does not grow. But we have some ideas for more storage, what we're going to do. But yeah, all these semis full of stuff. And we have VIP this weekend.
We do.
So, because I just said, okay, no more, nothing else, because we got to leave all this in the classroom. Well, I guess not. Kendra has class tomorrow. And there's something going on Friday in Birdie Club, right?
Well, we have classes all the time, Marcia. That's why we need room for long arms, so that we can rent them to you to finish your quilts, and we can take in your quilts.
Exactly. So anyways, the new expansion
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, the new expansion too is also has a bigger classroom now. I thought when we built this one, I thought it was big enough. You did not. She knew better. But, you know, it's me. It's kind of paying the rent.
Yes, exactly. Can we put that in writing this one time?
So anyways, it is
Compromise.
it is a really awesome. It's going to be an awesome new classroom too. We're going to can we make the vow right now that we're not going to fill it up with crap?
No way. Some people would say that's a sucker bet. That's not going to work.
I know. Well, we try. We okay, we want this to be, you know how after you clean your kitchen, you're just like, oh, my counters are all clean and nice, and you want them to stay that way?
Yeah, that lasts about 10 minutes.
I know. But that's the sign of a busy, bustling place. So
it is.
Anyways, we're excited about that. We'll keep you posted as time goes on. I don't really feel that we'll have much to show or tell about except our excitement.
Exactly.
Until January.
But you can always come in and check us out, in the meanwhile while we're building out, because you may hear some of the excitement as they're pounding and pulling and whatever.
So anyways, exciting.
Should we talk about new stuff?
Let's talk about
because
some fabric.
We have the most exciting things, and a lot of you have said, will there be more fabric? And yes, of course there will be more fabric. But if you don't have somewhere to put it, you just don't have somewhere to put it.
We're going to kind of do a redo on it's not really
in our existing space.
In our existing space, we've got some exciting things that we're going to do to accommodate more fabric.
Absolutely. So
that's all I'm going to say for right now.
Okay. We have Rendezvous. Oh my goodness. This is gorgeous. It's by three sisters. And Marcia's pulling out all the strings.
It is
all the stoppers.
Gorgeously lovely.
I know, I haven't bought it yet.
So let's take a closer look at this.
All right, let's have a look.
Really quick. Rendezvous by Three Sisters of Moda. I'm going to start over here. This is kind of the main print, and this is on the beige. Man, these teals and these, it's not really rose color. It's kind of cranberry-ish. It's very, very beautiful. Here's a tone on tone. This has got some kind of viney things on it, and this is
like thistles.
Yeah, this one's just a little bit bigger. Smaller print, tone on tone.
Spray of flowers, love it.
More fun flowers.
This is just gorgeous.
Oh, these are flower buds. I love this. This is kind of old-fashioned. Well, this is kind of an old-fashioned looking line.
It is old-fashioned.
I like it a lot.
It has, what do you call these, like cinnamon reds?
I said kind of cranberry.
Cranberry. Yeah. I wasn't listening. I was admiring the thistles. I just like saying that word. Sorry.
And here's another with tone on tone. This has more of a gray. This is the beige with white tone on tone. This has more of a gray shade to it. And here is another one. And this is pretty. This is to make a fun background with just a little bit of excitement and movement going on, rather than these that is a little more visible. And here is the opposite of this one, the cream with the gray on the gray background. As is
not
this one.
Quite taupe either. It's
no,
just
it isn't. It's
a
kind
nice
of
subtle color.
Really light gray. Oh,
I know that one's just gorgeous.
That's not really paisley either, is it?
It isn't paisley,
but it kind of is reminiscent of paisley.
Right.
And some of these lovely peachy colors, but it's really not peach either.
It isn't. It's got a hint of orange, maybe a little bit of red.
Here's red. Here's this one. I love
color.
This. Yep. More. And
I think you can squeak your last two in, and then you have to
tone,
start a second row.
Well, I was waiting to get to the end of the red. And so here now we have on this
the soft silver sage gray greens.
They're pretty too. Here's this print again that I like so much. I like this too, this green tone on tone with the leaves. This one's a little bit darker green.
It has just, I think that's navy in there.
It is navy.
It's starting to transition to our other colors.
We're coming into some navies.
That one's really stunning.
That is. Oh, look at this one.
That one's gorgeous.
Wow. Like that one a lot. Wow, there's a lot of pieces in this collection, and we do have it out front in the store.
In the bolts and pre-cuts, which we'll share in a moment.
Now this is kind of a fun border print. This is one of the bigger prints, which is really lovely. Isn't that pretty on a border? And then this is the main print, and we are going to be making a quilt using this. But aren't those pretty?
Maybe you want to reach the pattern because they probably could see it. Oh gosh, look at that gorgeous botanicals overlaying
I know
collage.
it. So this is the pattern, and this is a Degleco pattern, and it's called Reminisce. And we have made this back in the other store. But this is for these big squares in here are for this here pretty main print, and we put them directional. So this bird ain't hanging upside down off of that tree.
Right.
But there's 3 different ways you can use the flying geese. The
angled.
Yep, or the straight.
And we're
straight
kitting
ones.
up A, choice A.
We are, the easiest one. So that's coming along. Okay, that's good for this. Look at that, lovely.
So I read on here, and I don't think I noticed it before because I've always been hugging the fabrics every time I walk by. It says on here, it says benefiting the Quilt Alliance. quiltalliance.org. I need to check that out because it looks like it's a fundraiser of sorts.
So every purchase must go towards something.
Right, and I should have known that ahead of time, but honestly, I walk by and I go, oh, I just love
what
these.
you're doing.
Okay,
So we, of course, have the jelly rolls
the charms. The little mini charms.
and the 10 by 10s here.
Right,
And we have every single bolt
we do.
and duplicates of a couple of
But
them.
don't wait, because some of them have already
I know.
getting
it's kinda
skinny on
crazy.
their shelf. So that is Rendezvous by Three Sisters.
Very pretty. Hey, a really, really fun notion. These have been around for a long, long
I
time.
know, but let me tell you, I really could have used one a couple weeks ago, Marcia.
I have this little one. I think I need more. I love these.
So this is called a hot ruler. And so we have hot ruler, large and, well, it says large and hot ruler. And then we have the square. But what is cool about these, when you're creating projects, sometimes you need to press a certain seam allowance size. And, you know, we all have it. Well, I do anyway. That little blue thing with the little slider. It's not very accurate and it's hard to get that measurement. But with these, you can fold your fabric over the top of the ruler and you can press it right on the ruler. So once you get it started, you just slide the ruler along, fold the fabric over the top, and then press. So you don't have to try to guess where your seam allowance is. But last week, 2 weeks ago, I had to press a 1/4 inch seam over, and I was wishing I had one of these because I had lost mine.
They will not melt.
No.
These are absolutely great if you're making Dresden plates and you want to get that sharp point on the one end. You stick this in there, and so it just makes it perfectly crisp. Also hemming. Any kind of hems, clothing, whatever.
Right.
I would use
But
probably
you
the
can
longer
also
one.
use them to mark, so they're marking tools too. And because they're skinny, they can fit in your drawers easier than
Right.
the typical quilting ruler. Now you don't want to use your rotary cutter and cut with them because
No.
they're not thick enough to be safe. But
They are not. But you can steam a hot iron on these, and it just does a really nice job on making crisp.
and I haven't used them for this purpose, the miter corner. But
yeah.
that is a good thing too, because some of us it's hard to eyeball. I'm pretty good at it, so I do the eyeball method. But if you wish to be more accurate, or if you struggle with that corner on your binding, the square one is your friend.
Right.
Now, if they want any of the things we're talking about today, Marcia, we do have a shopping page, pnqs.net. Susie's putting our products in the comments, but if you visit our web store, you'll look, and under this tab and everything we talk about today is there for you to find again.
Absolutely. So you can look at any time that you would like to look for it. Anyways, the hot rollers, they're great. They're a Clover product, and we absolutely
They're a
love
hot
those.
item.
They are a hot
They
item.
won't leave you steamy.
Ta-da, 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 ta-da.
In control.
I am in control
You
here.
are in control.
Look at this bag. This is made by our very good friend Lois. So
She
this
is a by Annie queen.
is an in control bag, and as you can see, it's got a zipper here to put things in, and awesome. And all sorts of pockets. There's just a plain pocket here, and the inside is chock full of pockets.
And we picked this very fun canvas
Sewing
fabric with the
Snips
scissors.
and scissors.
Yeah, snips and scissors. That's fun to read.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing about this bag, is that there's the fuchsia and the turquoise, but because they take the same amount of fabric, you can flip them. So if you want your plum to be on the outside and you want your aqua to be on the inside, you can do that. But we have it kitted up. You have everything you need.
You kill me. Fuchsia and turquoise, and then plum and aqua.
Well, whatever color floats your boat, Marsha.
That's right. You have all the options.
All the
Okay.
options. 4 in 1. I thought you were going to finally get my steamy jokes that I just told 2 in a row and they went poof, right over your head.
Oh,
But-
well, I'm so concentrating, but I did get that. It's like, okay, what color is it? That was cute. That was funny. Okay.
All right. You will need to get some soft and stable to complete this project, but we have put together everything else that you need, including the pattern, the zippers, the hardware to create this in control pattern. And yes, you can have plum and aqua, or you can have fuchsia or turquoise.
Or
We
any
have-
mix thereof.
Exactly. But they all come with white speckles.
That's pretty cute.
Now, we do have the patterns separately, so if you don't like our color choice, you can pick your own.
We do have
See all the options.
I know. That was just funny. Okay. We do have a fun new book from Martingale.
Yes. Let me
That
get it
just
out.
came in.
Uh-huh.
And it is called Fresh Start Quilts. So this is 11 scrappy quilts and 3 little mini pillows. A lot of fun, a lot of good products, a lot of good patterns and things in here.
They're
Let's
always
go down here
nice.
really quick.
All right.
I'll just really quick. This way. So anyways, I'll just go through it like this so you can kind of sort of see. So these are kind of the mini
Aw,
pillows.
look at Betty's pillow in
I know. And then there's a
got the
bigger
house.
wall hanging with the dog and everything. So
I like
just
that one. I
cute
think
fun.
that star one's in my future.
This is a great stash buster. There's another little pillow there. Cute. Great stash buster to use up some of those scraps and things that you have laying around, and we know you have them.
How do you know?
I do know that everybody, just about everybody has them. So, brand new book,
Called
Fresh Start Quilts from Martingale.
Love It.
Yep, just came in.
I haven't purchased it yet, but it's on my radar. Okay, I ran out of space.
We all need another room at our house for our library of quilting books, don't
I
we?
know, but you know, they're just so fun sometimes. Okay,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
going to just throw it out here. Pretty soon the snow is going to be coming.
Mhm.
And then you're going to have your stash in your library.
Right.
It's just a fact.
Well, I can go to bed at night with, some people read books, and I do that too occasionally, but I can take a pattern book and just go through it. And I may never make any of the patterns in the book, but it's fun for me. I can also look through recipe books
Sweet dreams,
for
right?
a long time too.
Exactly.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to do that. Okay, we have behind us a plaid quilt, which is so fun. Susie made this. And this is called
It's
Happy
called-
Trails.
Yep.
So you can see it's a smaller quilt. And if you buy this, the pattern comes for free. These are Riley Blake fabrics. So I will tell you though, this is the pattern. This is the size that she made. You have enough in here to make probably 2 of these with.
But they are only for the squares part. You're going to need to get
Right,
the background
exactly.
and borders and cornerstones.
Right, exactly. But she didn't use probably even half of these, because how many fat quarters is in here? It's 30 fat quarters. They're all of beautiful plaids.
I thought you were going to say just buy 2 and then you could have a really big quilt.
Well, you could.
But
You can do whatever
she did
you
have
want.
leftovers because there aren't very
Well,
many.
I picked out the ones that she used, and there was a stack of them
Oh, okay.
left over. But then you do have to have more for your sashing and your little cornerstones here too. But a lot of fun. This is a great kind of generic type quilt, a guy-friendly quilt, but still for anybody, kind of that cabin look, down home, homespun. Absolutely love these.
58 by 58 is the size that we made.
It's called All About Plaids. It's 30 fat quarters, and we're going to include this pattern if anybody who buys this.
Right. All right. Sorry about the crunchies. But this pattern is totally a make again pattern too.
It is. It's really fun. Well, is that a granny square?
It is a granny square
Yeah.
in miniature.
Yeah.
I think the pattern said they're 8.5-inch blocks inside there, so that's great.
Okay, let's talk about the Fill It Up quilting class we have coming with Sue Binninger. This is coming up in the end of the month, I think.
Yep, end of November. Let me stand up with it.
Okay.
And then I'll show off the goodies.
Okay.
I think I have the front because it's actually kind of the same front and back.
It is, and it's put together with sashing. So these are the fabrics. These are grunges that we picked.
Because we wanted a neutral palette, so we went traditional.
Exactly. And she will be teaching you, this is all done on your embroidery module. And you do them square by square. And she is going to go, this is a 2-day class. I think it includes even this fabric, doesn't it?
It does include the fabric. It includes this big box that has the full-size pattern, and on the USB
There's a little
stick,
workbook in there too.
there is a workbook so that you know what you're doing.
And all of the designs are in there. And she's going to go through with you step by step on embroidery, or yes, quilting these all in the hoop. So what do they call that? Digital quilting now? Or
Yes, digitized.
Bernina has a new name for it.
digitized quilting.
Is that what it is?
Maybe it's computerized.
Computerized quilting. That's what it is. So you're going to do this in all different sizes. And of course you can use these designs for other things later on. And then she's just going to, you won't get this all done in the 2 days, but she's going to show you then how to sash it together so it's all done. So when you're done, you're done.
We have just a couple spaces left, and this alone, Marcia, is $100.
Well, and this alone is $115.
And class includes lunch, so
Both days.
both days.
Plus all your instructions. So you do have to bring your own sewing machine and your embroidery module, or you can rent one of ours. If you do want to rent one of ours, you have to be kind of familiar with either the Baby Lock or the Bernina brand.
Right.
But you can call one of the girls and ask about that. So, but there's just a couple spots left in that one.
There is.
But a lot of fun quilting in the hoop with your machine, and kind of some intricate designs there too. They're all over designs.
Right.
They are all over designs.
They are all over
But
designs.
florals and
now that you've
pebbles.
taken this off my lap, I'm going to have you file it on your other side.
absolutely.
All right.
Lots of fun.
So speaking of classroom machines,
Look at
Marcia,
these flowers.
I know
Oh my
they're
gosh, I love
gorgeous.
them.
Our Savvy Stitching is sold out.
It is.
And we will have 10 machines set up in our classroom.
Mm-hmm.
We will have the Bernina 790 and the Bernina 880 set up in here because we have a Bernina educator coming. We have special classroom pricing on these machines. And
It's a crazy pricing.
It is a crazy pricing, and there's still a nationwide promotion going on that includes a complimentary serger, free air threader.
Yes.
So some of our options, we're going to have multiple options
We're
for
going
you
to have
to choose
multiple
from.
options. We have just 2 of the Crystal 790 and 880s left. Those will be in the classroom. If you need one of those, this is your last chance to get those spoken for. And you can speak for yours, even if you're not coming to the class, you can speak for one of those and talk to
With a
Joy.
tiny little deposit, yes.
Yes, because that's it. They're gone. When they're gone, they're gone.
Yep, when
So we
they're
just
gone,
have
they're
those
gone.
2, but the rest of them will be all the classic piano black.
Yep.
Whatever else is left, and we've got some great deals. And you know, they're just used for those 2 days. They're coming straight out of the boxes, used for 2 days, and then we're able to offer them for classroom pricing. So
It's
every
a
fall
great
we do this.
opportunity.
Yep, it is. And so if you've had your eye on one of them, this is the time to do it. We also have some interest-free financing as well too, plus more.
And more.
All of our classroom, I can't stop. I can't stop. All of our classroom machines too come with a luggage set.
I know, isn't that great?
So that usually is a optional
Because
purchase.
we want to see you come back to class. Now, I know Cape Facet wasn't on our list, but some of our semi-loads that came this week were the 770
and the
Cape Facet
475.
and the 475, and we have been sewing them in our tech room because we want to make sure that when they leave, they are in good working order. They generally are, but you know, when they get shipped from overseas, then they get delivered in the Midwest, and then they get flown and trucked and dumped and whatever.
And then brought from to Chicago and then here to Rochester. So, yeah, we've got a good selection. Everybody's had to wait up until now, and now
they're in stock. So you are welcome to come in and pick one up and head home and start playing on those beautiful, colorful machines.
Yep. And this isn't our last shipment either.
It isn't our last shipment, but we just got one, so we are stocked.
We've got a good amount of them in the back room right now. So exciting. Trivia.
And trivia here at Pine Needles. We're going to put the question up in a minute, and the first one to get the answer to Susie's computer in the comment area gets a $10 certificate. Our winners, by the way, are in our weekly newsletter that come out on Saturday mornings, so you want to make sure you read those and check all the way to the bottom.
And do remember that everybody's computer has a different speed. You may think you were first, but it is really the first one that gets to Susie's computer here in the store.
All right, are we ready?
We are ready.
Okay, gotta find the right one.
Yep. You
Here
got
we
the
go.
right one?
I do.
This is an easy one, I think. The traditional form of hand applique is commonly referred to as blank turned. The traditional form of hand applique is commonly referred to as blank turned applique.
No.
All right, so we'll wait for somebody to get that. Okay, I have to talk to you a little bit about Black Friday because that's coming up.
It's actually a really sunny, fun day at our store.
It's going to be really fun. And we have ordered in from Market because we haven't gone to Market for so long. A lot of really good deals that we bought at Quilt Market, and we are going to pass off the savings on to you. We're going to be carrying a new line of cabinets, which is the Arrow line of cabinets. And Susie and I were just kind of really impressed with them when we went to Market. It's a different price point. The koala cabinets, the horn cabinets are absolutely lovely, but the Arrow cabinets are at a little bit better
More
price
affordable.
point. Yeah.
Whoops.
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
Well, let's see who it is.
Miss Bell Hart.
Yay for
Congratulations.
Bell.
What's our answer?
Needle turns.
Needle turn, yes.
That is not my friend.
No.
Anything by hand is, I do not like.
Okay.
I tried it one time years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Back to the regularly scheduled program. The furniture.
Yes, the furniture. So we're getting some fun little cabinets. A lot of you have asked for a portable table to take to retreats and such. And the little Gidget table, we will have those available for you. We also have a little banquet. You want to show kind of what we've got
I
here?
want to show the Bandicoot.
Okay, the little Bandicoot.
First of all, the Bandicoot has got such a fun name. But here is the Bandicoot, and this is going to be one of our Black Friday specials.
It comes in 3 different colors, in gray and white antique. They are a good quality. You're going to love this. It folds up to a small footprint, and look at there. The regular price is $13.99. It's only $5.99. Now, we just got that semi-load in minutes before we started this, and we
thank
have
goodness
loads.
before.
Yes, it's huge amounts in here. So you don't have to wait till Black Friday to order this, because we know a lot of you prefer a little bit more relaxed experience. However, we will have them set up here in the classroom.
Can I say more about the Bandicoot?
You can say more about the Bandicoot.
Okay, imagine 30 inches. So we all were taught what a yard is, like nose to here. Okay, 30 inches is like playing trombone, like out here, like not very far. So the Bandicoot folds up to that size, Marcia. And I know you saw it at Market, but what I love about it is that your machine sits in it, and it's kind of like old school. It's got flaps that come on top, and it's got doors in the front. But then you open up the doors, they go to the side, those things go whoop. Your cabinet's now magically twice as big.
Right. You have a lot of sewing area for binding those quilts, or when you're putting quilts together, you have support.
And there's thread storage, and there's a little bookshelf for whatever you want to put there, and there is like a pocket thingy on the door
to put your little projects as you're going along. And they are really nice. For $5.99, you're not going to find anything better. Now we will have another model that's available only in white, a little bit bigger, but we'll talk about that later. And also,
so we're keeping a secret about the other things that are in this room with us.
you don't have to keep a secret about the other things. The other thing we have is new hydraulic chairs from Arrow. Now, if any of you have seen that Alexander Henry sewing chair that has that really cute sewing fabric on it, you know, I've seen that time and time again, and I'm like, oh, that's cute, but it doesn't look very comfortable. Oh my gosh, Susie and I sat in those at Market, and they are very comfortable. The backrest is adjustable. It is a hydraulic chair, and you flip open the seat, and there's a storage space underneath too. Really nice chairs. We bought those in several different prints and plain fabrics, and I tell you what, there is one that has a cat fabric on it.
It's very cute.
It is really cute. So we are working on setting those up, and by Black Friday we'll have one of everything
assembled.
You're right. And we have an ironing station, and
The ironing station is called Kiwi. I can't wait. Actually, Kendra's putting it together as we speak.
she is right over there.
Okay, do you know what they call that storage in the chair?
No.
Stash acquisition aging space. Because when you come home and you've bought some stash,
Boom.
you put it in that chair, and then it just kind of appears in your sewing room.
Well, and who's gonna know to look up
Was it
to flip your
stash
seat over?
acquisition
Storage.
space? That's like SAS.
Yeah.
Okay, they need to coin that.
So
You heard it
now
here
we
first.
still have the Bernina chairs. We still have the koala chairs. These are a little lower price point, but very, very nice and very comfortable. You're going to want to check those out too. Okay, so now Black Friday also, Kendra and Tom have been so very busy in the tick room, and we always do your machines first. They always take first priority, and they work on those, and they get them done. And so we've kind of had a lot of trades coming in.
Right?
Oh my goodness, lots of new
arms purchase,
trades and
bigger
things like that.
machines.
So we counted there's over 20 of them. We had 20 previously loved trade-in machines here that they just hadn't got to. They were on the way top shelf, and so they're diligently working through all of those, getting them all cleaned up and fully serviced, and replacing any broken parts or anything that needs to be done to them. And so on Black Friday, we're going to have those all in the classroom, and our prices are good on our used machines anyways, but we're going to price them down by 20% for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday only. So if you're in the market for a new machine, or if you're looking for a used machine, a second machine, a Christmas present for somebody, we're going to have a ton of wonderful used Bernina's, Baby Locks, and there's some other ones in there too. So
Speaking of Black Friday,
mm-hmm.
there's some national promotions going
my
on.
gosh.
And, you know, we want to dream big. We have long arms on special. We have the little 335. It's an amazing machine. We got the Air Threader L850. But we have all of these goodies coming up. And there's something to look for. You don't necessarily have to wait till
the
Black
18th.
Friday.
Right. They can come in. You can do your shopping now. But I will tell you,
We can do a deposit.
best deal ever is the
Q16 and
Q16 on the
table.
adjustable foldable table for $6,499,
60-month financing. That's 5 years.
and that's $3,000 off.
Right.
So if you've been thinking about that, come and see one of the girls. Those two, we have some in the back room. We can send them out before Black Friday, but that's going to be huge. Well, we've got just tons of things, and then also we'll have some things in the store too that I'm not telling you about till later, till it gets closer. Lots of fun for Black Friday. I think I know in 18 years, this is the best and the best pricing that we've ever had on Black Friday items.
And you may as well stock your sewing studio now before the snow flies.
Right. Now I'm going to have some of these Black Friday items that we've talked about today. Those are going to be in the weekly email on Saturday, but do come in. You don't have to wait till Black Friday till it's kind of a mob in the store. I don't know if it will be or not. Especially when you're purchasing a machine, we want you to take your time. We want to spend time with you and make sure you make the right choice. But we do have some great deals on both Bernina and Baby Lock and the long arms as well. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be fun. Well, talking about sale items, Black Friday, our girls have been really busy making something. This is something that we did a long time ago, I think in the Racine and the Decorah stores, and they were called sale bales.
They've been cutting hay.
They have been cutting hay. So when we get to the end of some of the fabrics, and they might have several yards on them, they might have only one, but we went to work and we are doing sale bales. These are called sale bales, so you can see they're like little bales of hay, but this is 5 1-yard cuts, and most of them are coordinated fabrics from a group or fabrics with
there may be a coordinating blender with
there
some
might
of them.
be the blenders too. So this is from, what was the name of this fabric line? This was really a cute one.
Love Lily.
Love Lily. Yep.
I was gonna say, I
And
don't
these
know.
are some black and white prints that are just
they have
really kind of
cookies
fun.
on them and snowmen and little cooking kinds of things. So these are really fun and graphic.
But we have a lot of different kinds in the store. So, you know, you can buy these online. It'll kind of be our choice if you want to take a chance, but it's only
$30 for
$30
5 yards
and
of
it's
fabric.
a $70 value here. So
Sale bales, and they're going fast. So if you're out and about, stop in and have a look and pick some up.
So there's 2 other things. There is all of our, in the store here and online, you can just go to our sale page. All of our Halloween fabrics and pre-cuts and kits are half price. Those have been going like crazy too.
Right.
So now's the time, half price, stock up for next year. If you start now, maybe you'll get the Halloween quilt done. That's kind of like me. Put it aside, and
Right.
but all of that is on half price. And then also we have a special going on right now. Some of you may have seen it on the Facebook post that we have going on right now, but it is 10 kits that are half price in November. So do we have a picture of that page?
I do not, because
Okay.
I don't have enough.
That's
need more
okay.
buttons.
So let me tell you,
But they're
that
online.
page is right next to this
So
Marsha
look
and
for
Joy.
this, and then
Yep.
look for it next to it.
Yep, it's right next. So if you go to the page, and we go to the Marsha and Joy Show page, and it's right next to that, and it is called 10 Kits Half Price in November. So we went through and picked some of the things that we had a lot of, and thought that we would just make a super special deal for you because we're thankful for all of you. So they're great kits at a very, very good price for all of you. So I think that's it for us today, isn't
No,
it? No, we
we
do
have 2 more things, Marsha.
Oh, we do.
You were just so excited about all this goodies.
Backside. There's another side to my thing.
So we have been busy sewing Quillworks things around here because it's been a while and we needed some fresh stuff. So let's put, this is a smaller project. It is called Wishing Star.
And it is really pretty. This is Judy Niemeyer's, one of her newest lines of fabric, and then of course her pattern. And we have it with
We have
the
it
kit.
kitted up for you, and it has the pattern in here. So Wishing Star, because
And you can see the full thing online to see the
Right.
full thing.
and we talked about the quilt behind us, but we also have an auction quilt. Now this auction quilt is substantial this time.
Now this quilt is an amazing quilt, and it is big and it is long. This is more of a bed size quilt. We'll have to measure it and put the size on it. I don't know if it's queen size or a good double size, but it's really long this way. So this is one of the Glad Creations patterns. I forget the name of it now, but this one is in all these pretty homespun plaids and stripes. It's really soft, and on the back it has a brushed flannel in green plaid on the back. It has a scrappy binding on it, but what's really fun about this one is that it is custom quilted. So normally I don't sell the custom quilted.
No, you don't.
On the auction. There is going to be a minimum bid on this one because there is quite an investment. It is a lot of piecing, a lot of custom quilting, but my goodness, this will look good in somebody's home.
Right, and the auction quilt gets listed on Friday morning, correct?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, tomorrow's Thursday.
Yep, tomorrow morning.
Thursday morning, and it goes through
Saturday at 1 o'clock. So, and you just bid in the comment area. It's right here on this page, and you bid in the comment area. And at 1 o'clock on Saturday, whoever has the highest bid wins the quilt. So this would be a great one, though. Really
It would.
kind of It's just really neat. It's a soft and cuddly one.
It is. I think we've covered it all now.
Finally, I got through it all. Okay, yay. All right, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to button it up for this week here at the M&J Show, live, Pine Needles Quilt and Sew in Rochester, Minnesota. We will see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.